Wilfred Season 1, great. Wilfred Season 2, great. Wilfred Season 3. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Bryan Sudfield here, and today's review is a little different. This is my very first TV review, and I'm glad to kick off the TV reviews with the third season of the hilarious comedy Wilfred. I've been a huge fan of the show ever since its premiere back in June 2011, and I've never stopped loving this show. Because it's witty, it's original, it's hilarious, it's heartwarming, it's just a great show, and this season was purely fantastic. Let's talk about the season. There's been a lot of subplots within the season, including that mysterious drawing that shows Wilfred's in it, Ryan having a new roommate, a strange roommate, and probably the biggest of them all, Ryan and his father trying to get along again, which is probably the best subplots I've seen in the whole show. But that might be the main plot of the season. There's been a lot of subplots, like I've said. At first I was starting to dislike the father when we finally see him for the first time, and I'm like, Ryan, ignore this guy, he's just using you. But then the Christmas episode was on, one of my favorites of this season actually, and I started thinking, maybe Mr. Newman is trying very hard and he's being extremely nice, and I was like, yes, Ryan, have a good relationship with your father. But then as it started getting better, it got worse again, and then something happened, and I'll talk about that in spoilers. So yeah, before I get to the acting, I want to talk about the writing and direction of the season. All the dramatic scenes of this show are one of my favorite aspects of the whole show. And this season, it was better than it was in the previous two seasons. That's a big thumbs up to the writers and director. Now, let's talk about the acting. Positive stuff to say about the acting this season. Elijah Wood and Jason Gann are great, hilarious, and extremely purely amazing this season. Their chemistry this year improved a lot more. Maybe because Wilfred was with Ryan much more this season, I guess. Great work by both of them. Fiona Gubelmann. Fiona, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. She plays Jenna, and I love her. She is such a sweetheart. We've had great Twitter conversations, and anyways, she's great this season as well. Speaking of chemistry, when she and Ryan were together in this season, I really bought their chemistry. And lastly, Dorian Brown as Kristen. Wow. She was incredible this season. Actually my favorite, which may shock a lot of people. You're like,
why isn't Wilfred your favorite? Why isn't Ryan your favorite?
But anyway, yeah, she was my favorite this season. She was just so kind, sweet, and powerful this season. I told her on Twitter that she deserves an Emmy for her work this season, and indeed she does. She was great. Wilfred Season 3 was great. Hoping that it comes back next year, and yeah, Wilfred Season 3, fantastic. Now I'm going to talk about some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the season finale of Wilfred, don't watch the rest of this review, because the season finale is a big one. There's going to be a lot of spoilers, so don't watch the rest of this review. So hopefully now, if you're still watching, you watch the season finale of Wilfred. Now let's talk spoilers. The interesting thing is, Anne, who's Ryan's roommate, was hired to put cameras in Ryan's apartment. Ryan's house, my apologies. And unfortunately, that's how Henry Newman was spying on Ryan. So now we're like, this guy is bad. We should have known it from the beginning. And then, unfortunately, Ryan goes back to his house. He's packing up stuff. He's like, I'm leaving, Wilfred. Come with me. And then as they're leaving, the father comes, and then they fight and everything. And then he gets pushed down the stairs. And unfortunately, he dies. And then Ryan goes to clean out his father's office. He finds an envelope with that mysterious seal from the drawing, which I forgot to mention. The mysterious seal. And then he goes to the address marked on the envelope, and he finds an aging-like statue of a man in a dog suit.
What?
That's crazy. Does it appear like that to Ryan, or did Henry know more about Wilfred? I really hope a fourth season happens, because I want answers. So yeah, that's my review of Wilfred Season 3. Thanks for watching, and Fiona and Dorian, if you're watching, thank you so much for supporting this. You guys are the best. Thank you everyone for watching, and see you soon.